Hello, guys. I'm just giving everyone a couple of minutes to pop on. Ooh, Angie, I love the beach. I'm sitting here watching your little waves crash. Do do do. Hey, Jeremiah. It's probably, I'm giving everyone like a couple of minutes to pop on because it starts right at noon, but I always give people a couple of minutes because it takes usually a couple of minutes for everybody to get on. So how's everybody doing? Hi, Vlada. Oh, we lost Angie.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm beyond excited.
Right?
Let's put it that way. Shocked, actually.
I'm super excited now for my Redmond listing. I'm like, dude, I hope we can get like.
Oh, it'll be piece of cake. I mean,
right?
Wow.
But then I have to do all the net sheets. I'm not looking forward to that. Doing
What's
net
it
sheets
listed
on
at?
30 to 40 offers. What,
What's
Jeremiah?
it listed at? What's it listed at?
Vlada's was listed. Mine isn't listed yet. Vlada's is listed at 875, and it went pending at over 1.1.
Okay. And the one you're doing on Redmond, what's that listed at?
It's not on yet.
What will it be listed at approximately?
It'll be under 800, very slightly under 800.
Okay. Yeah, I have a client looking 1.2 to 1.4, but it's going to be a master on mains. They're only
it's a one story.
One story. Okay. If it will go for 1.1, it may intrigue them. You got to get that price.
We'll see. We'll see, because apparently, 875 just hit 1.1. So
it's entirely doable in this market.
It was unbelievable. No contingencies. They waived everything and then released earnest money right away. I mean, unbelievable.
Yep.
That sounds like what most of my clients are having to do in this market right now. So that's perfect.
It's insane.
It is.
You guys, this is Jeremiah. For those of you that don't know him, he's from Caliber Home Loans. I wanted him to come on today just so you guys could, put a face to the name and get some updates from a lender. Like you just heard, for those of you that were on, Vlada's listing went pending at over 1.1. It was listed at 875, and there were 0 contingencies with an early release of earnest money. So that's the market we're in. It's definitely crazy out there. So having someone talk to a lender and be fully underwritten, the only thing that you guys need is basically title and appraisal. That's the only way to go right now in this market if they're financing, because if you don't have that, you don't even stand a chance. There's not even like a way for these people to win the offer. Everyone's waiving inspection. Everybody is they're waiving everything.
Mine waived appraisal too.
Yep. Oh yeah. So given that that's our market, I was like, literally this morning, messaged Jeremiah, who was at the dentist for hours this morning, and he still was like, oh yeah, I can come. And I was like, thank you so much.
Sorry for my attire. I apologize. I came home from the dentist, was on the phone with the referral, and then it was like, oh, I got to hang up. I got to go. I got to jump on a call. So I apologize.
No worries. We're a very relaxed bunch, Jeremiah. So
as am I. I'm a get stuff done person, but relaxed bunch as well. So you're fine.
Yes, relaxed and dressing, not in our work ethic. So I really wanted him to come on and just chat a little bit about things that you can do, like as a lender, what you can do to help us in this market.
Perfect. Yeah. So I'll jump in just a couple quick bullet points and kind of want to hear challenges that you're facing and that kind of thing as well. So what can I do to help? I pretty much try and make myself available 24/7. So if something pops up and you have a question, your client has a question, happy to jump on a call anytime. If I don't pick up a phone call, it's usually about within 15 to 30 minutes, I'll be back to you. Like worst case scenario, like if I'm on vacation with my family, 15, 30 minutes later, I'll get it back to you no matter where I am. So I try and pride myself on that. I operate with a team behind me. So I have a operations manager. She was a former underwriter for about 10 years. She's been in the role that she's in for about the last 10 years. So I like to, when it comes down to having a client who's ready to go, prepared, and you're in a position where you're ready to go prepared with that client, what the benefit is with us is we're going to go to all the steps to make sure that we feel comfortable with the file. If we see any pitfalls with that client, I'm going to tell you what they may be. So if we're getting into talking about waiving contingencies, waiving financing, waiving appraisal, I'll walk you through what all those would be, just so you're fully aware. We can talk to the client together and make sure that they're on board with both of us and be ready to go. And then when it comes down to, like, if they're waiving financing, getting on a phone call with you and explaining what that looks like, why I feel comfortable doing it with them. If they're waiving appraisal or doing like a 22 AD to make up a gap in an appraisal, again, get on with a call with you, with them, and walk through what all that looks like and what it means. I basically, any offer that ever goes in, I'm going to call the listing agent and I'm going to help try and sell your client's offer with you. So you and I will be on the same page. We know why our offer is strong. We know what the weaknesses in our offer may be. But I like to call the listing agent to sell our client. I like to call the listing agent and try and fact find with them. What offers are they seeing? What's the seller looking for? Why are they considering offer A, B, and C? And try and see what we can do. So like last week, I had a client get an offer where they were about 30,000 less than the total offer price. The 22 AD for the gap and the appraisal, they were less than what the best offer was. But the communication from the buyer's agent and I was really strong, and we ended up getting that offer won, just strictly through basically being better communication, available to the listing agent to answer any of her questions and go through the full offer with her. So our clients won, huge win for them. They're ecstatic, and we're moving forward and moving fast. So pretty much, what I like what we do is the team atmosphere that I have. Somebody's always available for you, for your client. Usually it's me, at least the first point of contact, but we are going to keep you informed all the way through the process from start to finish. So that's kind of us. Caliber as a whole, largest independently held lender. We hold about 95% of our loans. So a lot of other banks, when our brokers, they're doing a loan, they're doing it with some overlays because they can't just straight follow what Fannie and Freddie Mae are doing. So we do, because 95% of our loans stick with Caliber as the ultimate investor. And with that, the benefit for you is we don't have as many restrictions as some other banks and brokers may have. We also move fast. So, closing a loan 30 days, absolutely no problem. Closing jumbo, I always ask for 40 days, but if I ask for more, I'll have you write the offer where it's 40 or sooner. And we're not going to just operate on the 40 days. We're going to operate on the or sooner. Basically, as soon as we're ready to clear the codes, we'll go. So that's kind of Caliber. We have every product available. So we have 275 loan products. I know what, probably 30 of them are off the top of my head. But if a client's going to fit into a criteria of a loan that we have, and it's the better fit for them, we'll make sure that we offer them all options and talk about what the pros and cons of each are, which I think is definitely a benefit. We just one product to kind of highlight, jumbo for medical professionals. We just launched yesterday, and we can go to 95% loan to value for somebody in a medical field. Good credit, all that kind of stuff, obviously needed, but 95% on a jumbo loan for a medical professional we just rolled out yesterday. So I don't know how many clients you have in the jumbo category, but we have 4 investors there. Our pricing's been pretty much on par with our high balance conforming loans. So we're really strong in the market on our conforming, our high balance, and our jumbos right in line with that high balance. Government loans, we do FHA, we do VA. We rates I've seen that we've been offering have been 0.5% better than what I've seen my competition offering. I just loan with Lori. Her clients FHA did 2.25 on that loan. We were ready to close in about 3 weeks. The seller wasn't, but that's another whole story. But we move efficiently. VA loan I just had was ready to close 2 weeks ahead of time. Also, seller didn't want to close early, so we basically are going to always put our processing focus is going to be on that purchase side of business. So we basically underwrite them at like a 3-to-1 to refi. So purchase contracts prioritize, we get them through as fast as we possibly can, like to be done ahead of time and ready to go, and not have us sitting, waiting, wondering. So that's kind of a quick overview. Kind of me, I don't really sell me that much, but at me as part of the team, I was lending for 10 years, I was Zillow for 10 years, and then back into lending. So I worked with brokers all across the country, how to convert online leads, how to work with somebody who may not know face to face, and coach them on that for a decade. I ran teams who coached agents all across the country in that regard for a decade. So I feel pretty well versed. If I get somebody I'm talking to over the phone, being able to talk to any piece of the real estate transaction, help sell you, you and your company as well while I'm doing that as well, and reinforce why the agent they're working with is the agent to work with, and how we can all get it done together as a team. So that's kind of me. But what challenges are you guys facing right now in the market? How can I help you?
So one of the things that I've been noticing that I wanted to talk about today anyways is on a 22AD, confirming the funds, because a lot of people are filling out these 22ADs when they don't have the funds to do it. You guys,
don't do that.
So as a listing broker, right, you want to call the pre-approval letter you get and confirm with the lender that they have the funds to cover what they're saying that they'll cover. Also, as a lender, if you are doing a 22AD, you talk to your clients about it, and Jeremiah gets on the phone with the listing broker, he can confirm right there, hey, there's a 22AD, and I can confirm that they have the funds to cover this. Have the other offers confirmed that they have the funds to cover this. If people are removing financing contingency, that's great and well and dandy. Unless they have all cash, it's still subject to financing. So you got to check in with those, the lender on the pre-approval letters. So that's something, those are both things that I think we want to make sure, if you're working with Jeremiah, have him check on the 22AD, hey, what's the max that they could do?
Yeah.
And, you max it out, but when you are presenting your offer to the listing broker, make sure that you're saying, hey, if these other people are offering that much, have you confirmed the funds?
Yeah, and when I'm talking to your client about that, and if they're going to go that route, I'm going to 100% make sure that they have the ability to do it. I'm going to talk to them about any different way that they can do it, whether it be, worst case scenario, if you had to take a 401k loan out, is that something you have access to do, and is it something you're willing to do? Worst case scenario, if you had to do a 22AD and you needed to get gift funds, do you have that available to you? Is that something that's an option? So I'm going to talk all options that they may have to get to that path with them. And again, I'm going to do all this up front. So I like to be, if I'm writing a pre-approval on somebody, I'm 99.9% comfortable with everything that I'm saying in that. If they lose their job, things outside of my control, that's obviously not my control. But if I'm putting a pre-approval out, I'm all but 100% confident that the loan's going to go start to finish pretty smooth. So I try and be upfront process really, really strong during that pre-approval process, and not just, write letters and hope. That's not a way of doing business.
Okay, well, I know Jeremiah came on last second, so I was trying to see. Hi, Pavel.
Hey, Pavel.
What's up, guys?
How you doing, Pavel?
What's up?
Trying to see if anybody else had questions for Jeremiah. Pavel, did you have a question?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm just wondering how come everybody's without a camera?
Yeah, they all leave their cameras off. I'm kind of used
Why,
to
they're
it now.
Who's
Oh,
P. Diddy?
don't be
That's
shy.
Paradise.
Oh,
I'm still working on changing P. Diddy, I promise.
all right.
I'm like, it's
I'm
Paradise.
like, all right, cool. We got a P. Diddy in the house.
And I would share my camera if I didn't have a dog and a kid up my butt today, but I
all
promise
good.
you guys will see
It's
my
all
face
good.
soon.
Yeah, I
all
snuck
good.
out. My puppy was sleeping, and I snuck out the door to go outside, and he kind of started following me. I was just like, well, hopefully he doesn't start barking. We'll see what happens. So I apologize.
Hey, when I'm doing videos from home, I have 4 dogs and 5 kids there. So I'm always like this. Hi guys. Looking around like who's gonna interrupt. So yeah. But thank you so much for joining us, Jeremiah. I super appreciate it. And
No, my pleasure.
thank your wife for helping with the kids and everything. So you got to come on. And
She's standing up beside her with a puppy in hand right now, actually.
So
Hi. And she does. And a puppy who's out here being curious. Yeah.
Well,
so, but yeah, no, and again, happy to have one-on-one conversations anytime. If you would like to get to know me a little bit better, always want to, anything I go through conversation wise with the client with yours, I'll summarize that to you and kind of let you know where we're at. And if I need more, I'll tell you, here's what I'm still missing, so we can work together to kind of get all the information that we need. So I do try and run it. Any agent I'm working with, we're a team. Our goal is that client's goal, to get them in the property that they want. And, I sell the fact that we're going to work together as a team to get them what they need. And I follow through with that the whole process.
Thank you much. So thank you again. I'm going to get
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
The lovely spiel that I get to go through with our new forms coming out. Yay!
Love it. I will skip over the new forms piece because I'll not remember any of it.
You don't need to know. You're good. So thanks again. We'll talk to you soon.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Bye.
So guys, I don't know how many of you saw the Northwest MLS email that came in, but they're doing some form revisions. So we'll be doing a class about form revision so that we make sure that you guys are all up to date, right? We want to make sure that you know what is going on, what is going to make a difference for you guys, and what we need to change in writing our offers, right? Because the new forms will automatically populate into the Northwest MLS. So if you're using Transaction Desk, Express Forms, whatever you're using, those new forms will appear. We just want to make sure that you guys are aware of what changes are coming. So we will be doing that class probably around the same time that the forms come out. So I'm putting Jeremiah's contact information, and his last name starts with an F, but it's pretty long. So I just always put Jeremiah Caliber Home Loans because I have my little shortcuts in life, and that's one of them. So his contact info is now in the chat for anyone that wants that. And the other thing that I want to talk to you guys about is listings, leads, KV Core, and I feel like I'm forgetting something, but it'll come to me. So KV Core, we have KV Core training on Friday. Even if you have not signed up for KV Core yet, I highly recommend going. There's a training about the system. It'll show you what it is capable of. For those of you that don't know, I'm not a salesperson, right? So just because I like a product and I want to be like, oh, I want to share it with you guys, that does not mean that I know how to sell it to you, right? I like to think of myself as a matchmaker. I like to match people with products and training and all of that that's going to work well together. So I do really want to make sure that everyone is aware of what KV Core is, what it can do, and if you want to sign up for it, you sign up through us versus through KV Core, because through KV Core you have your initial setup fee, which is like I think it's about $2,000. And then your monthly fee, if you go through them, is going to be somewhere between $299 and $599 a month. So if you go through us, it's only $75 a month, and it's got some really awesome stuff. One of the things that I'm waiting to learn in training is how to set it up for sending out videos. I really think that videos is the marketing of the future. I do a lot of videos right now when it comes to Nexus, because we're all virtual. So all of the trainings, everything's done via video. So I really want to be able to start sending out more marketing videos to clients, whether it's showing a house and saying, hey, I'm out showing houses today. If you're looking for this, this, or that. I mean, there's just so many different things, because when you hashtag your clients inside KV Core, you can, from your phone, from the KV Core app, you can send tons of stuff. So training is the key to CRMs, because they'll only do certain things. You have to tell them what to do. So getting trained on how to use it and using it to the fullest extent of your ability, that is of key importance when it comes to any CRM. So I really want to make sure that you guys, if you have the opportunity, you do log on and you do go to the training, so that you are able to not only find out what it can do, but that you have an idea. Now, the other piece that I always want to make sure people know is all the KV Core training is right there in KV Core. All the training that we're doing, there are videos. All you have to do is watch the videos. If you're like me, you like to, even if you watch the video, still have some interaction with a person. That's why I kind of do things the way I do here at Nexus, is because I still want to have the interaction. Even though we have all the training videos available, that's why we do live trainings, so that if you have questions, you can interact. You still can message me, Facebook me, text me, email me, call me, any of those things, right? So that you can still get those questions answered, because even if you think sometimes you want to have that backup. So definitely make sure that you do have the opportunity sometime in the next few weeks. We've been doing KV Core training every Friday, and I would like for you all to just pop on, even if it's just to get ideas of what you could be sending your clients, or, finding out more about a CRM. I think it's a great opportunity to, no cost training. I'm all about that. Now, one of the other things that I wanted to check in with is how everybody is doing with offers. Anybody have any offers that they have questions or concerns?
I feel like, sorry to interrupt. I feel like for me, I just feel like my offers are just not having enough pizzazz, I guess. I have 2 buyers that I'm working with right now, and it's just extremely competitive. So I'm just struggling with getting my clients into contract. And I feel like we're waiving everything. We're, going in strong 30 grand above list price and things like that, and escalation clauses and crap. And we do the 22 AD, and then we're still getting beat by a few thousand or little stupid contingencies. So it's very frustrating.
So the highest and best, rather than using an escalation, toss it. Just go highest and best. Go in as strong as you can. There's a lot of listings that are just saying up front, no escalation clauses right now. Vlada's listing just went 235,000 up, give or take, because it hasn't sold
You go,
yet.
girl.
Over list at 875. So right now everything is pretty much going about 10% above list. So depending what price range you're looking at, like it could be really strong, could be not strong. I always call the listing broker. All of the offers that I've won, we weren't the highest offer. It was my communication, right? So you check in with them, you make sure that you and their lender are like this. you're having the lender call the listing broker. You're just like, hey, what can we do? Because a lot of times, you know, when I'm on the listing side, it's on my Spanaway listing, they didn't want to close for almost 45, 50 days. And they wanted the opportunity to close sooner if they needed to, because they were military, right? So they had this huge window. It was like a 2.5 week window. They might move here or they might move here. So they really wanted someone who was flexible with their closing date. And that's what won the offer, because they weren't saying, oh, you know, we need this, we need that. So really what I do is take out as many as possible. If you're already doing the 22 AD, right? Confirm, verify that they have the funds to have the lender say, hey, I verified funds. So these people can go that high. Are the other buyers verifying their funds to show that they can for sure go that high? Just as much communication to show, hey, we're willing to do whatever it takes. Help me out here. And just communicating. Always fill out your feedback anytime you're doing a showing. I fill out agent feedback all the time, just so that you're always in communication, because your reputation is part of what you can expect, right? When you're talking to the broker, do you have a friend who's in their office? Do you know any other brokers in their office? You could look at their past listings, look at their past sales and go, oh, you know, I saw that you sold a house right here. And if you don't know how to look it up on the MLS, let me know. We've gone over that a couple of times, but it's basically doing a search. And then you put under listing agent, their lag number, or under selling agent, their lag number, and pull up the solds. You know, just say, hey, you know, I really love that listing. Great job selling it for X amount. People love to feel important. They like to know that you are on top of that area, that you're keeping track of things. Those are the tools that I use, so that when I'm talking to the listing brokers, it's not just a, oh, hey, I'm a nice person. You're really showing, hey, I've done my research. That's one of the key things that I always say. Communication, because it's not just communicating saying, oh, I've got a buyer. It's communicating, hey, I'm on top of this. I am, you know, keeping track of the market. I'm doing research. I'm making sure my clients are completely approved. I'm making sure my clients have the funds to pay the extra amount down. All of those things say, hey, I'm a professional. I'm keeping track of this. So that is really a key component in making sure that your offer stands out. Now, the whole writing love letters, you guys know what I mean when I say love letters, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, I'm not talking about Valentine's Day type love letters. It's, oh, we want this house. We love it, blah, blah, blah. Those are being frowned upon right now. Because a lot
I heard
of
that
times,
too. A listing broker told me don't even bother. So
well,
yeah.
There's so much going on right now in the world, and there, you never want to be seen as trying to redline or do anything that could be construed as a negative, right? So right now, I would talk to the listing agent. Hey, you know, are the sellers open to receiving a letter from the buyers? You know, I'm gonna look at it before I send it to you. The buyers wanted to write one, but right now, you know, I've heard a lot of places aren't allowing those, and I don't want to offend anyone. That's a great way to find out. Just coming to them from a, hey, you know, my buyers want to do this, but I'm not 100% behind it, right? So you're giving them the opportunity to let you know. I mean, the most important thing is just getting the listing agent on the phone and establishing a rapport. I got my buyers into a house and their offer was $45,000 less on a $600,000 property because of appraisal, right? And that my buyers were all cash. So, you know, that was nice. And they could close in 7 days and blah, 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 right? But it was still $45,000 less. And so you gotta really establish, hey, what's the strongest part about your offer? Push that angle. and find out what the sellers want. Those are the greatest things that you can do for your clients right now. Did
I
that
love that.
help?
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Also, like with my listing, people were doing pre-inspection while we were in the offer review period. So, if you want to do the pre-inspection, it's better to do it during that time. So when the time comes to review the offers, your buyers already know, about the property. And that way they can waive inspection and everything else because they did pre-inspection. But of course, it's a risk because you have to pay for the pre-inspection. But I guess that depends on how much they want the house.
Yes, and the pre-inspection, I think it's a great way for people to have the opportunity to find out about the house. The thing that has been coming up for me with pre-inspections, where I'm really contemplating having the sellers do an inspection prior to even listing, is the inspections take up like a 2 to 3 hour block of showing time. So you have less time during that first weekend, because that's really that's all you're getting right now on a lot of these listings is one weekend, and you want to have as many people through as possible. So the pre-inspection, if they haven't had it inspected and they are sticking to their offer review date, is a really great way to make your offer even that much stronger. So did anybody else have any questions on offers or any of that good stuff?
Hi, Lori.
Hi, Gold. How are you?
Thanks. I have a question about tenants in a unit if they want to sell it. And do we know what the regulation is in Bellevue right now? Did they extend it for? Can they?
So if they're listing with you, right, then you want to answer the minimal amount about tenant law, because we are not property managers. So I always start out anything to do with property management. My disclaimer. We are not property managers. So we are not on top.
I just wanted to know for myself. I did tell her to find out on her own, but I wanted to know for myself so I can get ready for the listing.
So it's a 60-day notice that they can give them to vacate because they're selling the property. So they just say, here you go. And you say you have 60 days to get out. Then you can list anytime after that, because a lot of times there's repairs they need to do prior to listing, especially even in this market when you're talking about rentals. Even if it's just a super deep cleaning, let's say they don't want to repaint the whole thing even though it needs it, hire a professional cleaner. They scrub walls and they can get them much better, right? Smells, doing the carpet cleaning, which they have to do after tenants move out anyway. So there's a lot of things that need to happen during that, after the move out. And so I would definitely list without tenants in the home, because if you list with tenants in the home, what
happens if the tenant is not moving out? What happens then? Like
they're evicted.
We've given them 60 days.
Yeah, they have 60 days. And if they don't move out, then that's the only time right now where you can evict people. Or one of the few. There's a couple other things, but the one that's being utilized the most widespread is selling properties, and so that they're having the tenants move out. Now, mind you, they can't just say throw out the lease, right? So if their lease goes through May, they can give the 60-day notice now and have them out at the end of their lease and just say we're not renewing.
Right. These people have given notice, and because the tenant was not able to pay, they're working with an organization that's paying for some of that. So even though the lease expires March 1st, the agreement with this other, I don't know, it's a government help, I guess, or something to help the tenants, is making it to go to March 30th. But the eviction still takes quite some time, like if they're right. So that's the only.
Here's the thing. I would hire. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but I had a service that was a property management service. They were out of Tacoma, but every time I've had to evict tenants,
I have that information. I know.
I hire them to do the eviction only. They were not my property managers, just so you know, but they did my evictions and they got people out within 14 days. Now that was pre-COVID, but given that this is the only way that we can evict people right now, one would think that they're not really backed up on evictions because there can't be that many people that refuse to move out, right? So that would be my recommendation, is to hire someone.
Okay, all right, thank you. I just wanted to see how you would handle it, so it's similar.
Yeah. So March, I think it would be a great time. If you can get them out by March 30th, I would plan on listing maybe April 10th, right around that time frame, because you're going to need to have people come in, do the deep cleaning, do the photos, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. In the meantime, it's a condo, a 1-bedroom in downtown Bellevue. So again, I just put it out there as a pocket listing for now.
There's no pocket listings. No,
Oh,
no. You're
that
just
so?
collaborating. You're collaborating with your brokerage, getting advice. So, one of the last things is we are going to set up a new program, which I'm super excited about. I don't know if anyone of you has heard of Tom Ferry. Anybody? He's kind of huge. He does a ton. So we're doing an event with Tom Ferry, with Tristan. It's through the Leverage community. If you guys are not part of that on Facebook, it's about virtual assistants and how to leverage them in your business. So it's a really cool community, but we'll be sending out information via email about the Leverage Mastermind. So we've got Tom Ferry, we've got Tristan, I'm talking on it. Like, I can't believe that I'm on the same thing as Tom Ferry and Tristan. Kind of feeling awesome about that. But I'm super excited about this, you guys. Tom Ferry is the #1 coach in the entire country for real estate coaching. Like, #1, blows everybody else out of the water. So I'm all for it. We've got that program coming up. We're doing a follow-up series to the accelerator. We're going to be doing a series on social media. I'm really excited to get everyone kind of involved in social media marketing. TikTok is a huge new social media thing. Guys, I downloaded TikTok and that's about it I've done. I've never done a TikTok video, let alone know what to do with it. So we've got that. We've got Clubhouse. If anyone needs an invite to Clubhouse, you have to have an iPhone still. I still have, I'm checking the number of invites. Hold on. I've got like 3 invites. So if anybody needs to get an invite to Clubhouse, just shoot me a text. I think everyone has my phone number, but feel free to shoot a text over. Happy to send you over one. So Clubhouse is definitely one of the new social media platforms. It's audio only, which is pretty cool. I'm just really interested in it to see kind of what's being shared. Elon Musk has been on there. There's been a ton of like kind of people that usually you wouldn't get the opportunity to chat with that are on Clubhouse. So I've been on there and kind of poking around a little bit, but definitely not a Clubhouse master by any stretch of the imagination. So, I'm really excited to kind of hear some more information from other social media people. It's not going to be just me, but I'm excited. You signed up for it, but it says my request is pending. Oh, for Leverage community, Angie?
No, for the Clubhouse.
Oh, did you get an invite?
I did. I believe I did. You want to send me another one? Because I believe you had already sent me one.
Okay, so which phone number is your iPhone? Just give me the last 4 digits.
4552.
There you go. Here you go. It has been sent.
Okay, thank you.
So, yeah, if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, happy to answer them now. And of course, I'm still always available via phone. Like I said, email, text, Facebook, any of those things. Joe, if you have not joined our Facebook group, please do. We have a lot of information that we disseminate through Facebook, along with showing requests, just, you know, general communication. So definitely if you're on Facebook, like Gull is not on Facebook. So, you know, I never remind her to join, but if anybody, hello, if anybody else is not on Facebook, please do let us know. We try to email everything as well as put it on Facebook, but like Gull is really great about reminding me, hey, I didn't get that. Make sure that you're sending it out via email. So definitely, guys, I'm excited for this week. We've had 4 new brokers join so far this week. We've got a couple more who are waiting for things to close to come over. So, you know, if you have any friends that are looking for a great brokerage, definitely let me know. I'm happy to talk to them. And other than that, that's really it for me this week. Any questions? All right, cool. Well, as always, thank you everyone for taking time out of your Wednesday. It was a super small group this Wednesday, but I'm really glad that you guys took some time to get some information, learn a little something. Hopefully it was helpful. I look forward to seeing everyone on Friday at Friday's training, and have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday and rest of your week. Bye, guys.